Welcome back, Patriots. We are back on Liberty or Death as the American colonials trying to win our independence from Great Britain on the hard difficulty level, revisiting this Super Nintendo classic from 30 years ago. Just a reminder, in this series, we have 3 house rules that we're following. We are going to do no joint attack from our Navy, which is small and fledgling at the moment. We're only going to allow ourselves 1 artillery battery in a battle, and we're only allowing ourselves to imprison 1 officer per battle, and it has to be the first one offered to us, which means the lower ranking ones are going to sift through the cracks quite a bit. But things are going well for us so far. So when we look at the map, we've got a nice wall here at Portsmouth and Bennington and Albany and Fort Stanwix. We've got very capable officers. We're trying to close in on Monmouth and lock down the central, but we need to recruit some of these militia before we do that, or else they're all going to leave. And then in the south, we've got Lawrence, and we've recruited Marion. So we got McIntosh, Marion, and Lawrence about to strike at North Carolina very, very soon. So let's take a quick look here and see what we've got in White Plains, and if George Washington can recruit Thomas Boyd. I think at 89 loyalty, there's a good shot he can. There we go. And now we are getting ever closer to being able to launch an attack at Monmouth down there. But we got to trill, because a lot of these guys, Kosciuszko, he doesn't have, and DeKalb, they do not have any cannon. And we don't have quite enough money there. We're going to try to get some there to build a cannon. Money is hard to come by as the Americans early on, so it's important to occupy these states, because that will get us more money in the long run. Yeah, we don't have the ability to buy it. We're not too far away, though. 500 to 600, we'll buy one. Now, this is the interesting one. If we're able to press the attack, I do want to continue to do so against Monmouth. Ugh. Glover being our only one is not ideal. I'd rather bring... Glover with the boats are important, but actually, now that I think about it, let's organize this, and let's give those boats to Thompson. He's our more effective one anyways, even though Glover is the one who ferried Washington and the Continental Army several times during the war, got them out of New York whenever they were in trouble, and also, I believe, across the Delaware. The Marbleheaders were doing that. I know New York for sure. All right, Montgomery over here. This is where I would like to lock down New York. He's definitely capable of it. We're going to wait one so he can take some cannon with him. Get Willett to go with him as well. All right, so now that we know our setup initially, I think it's time, and we'll see what the next one is, but it might be time to jump ahead a little bit until we get some action going here. Because, oh, speaking of which, here we go. Pulaski, one of the better cavalry officers, is coming to our aid. You bet, sir. Kazimierz Pulaski. Where do we get new regiments, if any? Albany's getting something. Probably new militia down in the central area. We have to recruit that before they all disappear. If you get rid of the threat, and then they disappear. Sumter's a solid one. So we got Alexander back. Gunby is good. Sumter is okay. His tactics are junk, but he's a guerrilla, which that makes up for a lot of it. Unfortunately, the loyalty is too low. We're not going to be able to get him. He's probably going to get stomped by the British unless he moves out on his own. And speaking of moving out, let's see. Can Nathaniel Greene now recruit Ledyard? He's really close. 80 sometimes is enough to get with no money. And it is this time. So as soon as Greene's able to move out, we can do so. Get Greene out of there and get him to the front lines where he's going to be needed more. So with that being said, let's jump ahead until we get some action. Okay, I do want to jump in here. We were going to attack with Thompson. I think we missed our moment because when we look, they now have officers here. They have regulars, which means they probably just got their new recruits with Hessian mercenaries. Probably have 8 or so units there. We could attempt to spy. We don't have a lot of money to spend, so I don't know that we would actually get it. So I think instead of battling, we're going to have to drill. make sure we have our men up to the best we possibly can, because Glover's not there yet. Thompson and Sullivan are, but we need to get Glover up there as well. The good thing is we have these guys along with Washington at White Plains, so we do have plenty of firepower around to help protect some of these, but I think they're going to strike Philadelphia very soon, is my guess. They won't move north because we have too many men. But here we go. We can make an attack, get ourselves bottled up at least this way, lock down parts of New York with 2 more than left to go. We're going to send Montgomery and Willett. We'll leave Ethan Allen. We're only going to take 1,000 because that's all it says we need. We are going to take all the money because I foresee Ethan Allen getting attacked potentially next, and I don't know what they'll hit him with. So we got to be careful as far as that goes. Because Ticonderoga could be. If they put their forces down in Monmouth, that means they are not probably super strong up north. So we get between Montgomery and Willett, we will be able to take Johnson out. He's good, but we can bombard him with Willett all day long. Actually, he's going to be able to move 2 next turn. So let's wait. And since we got a long way to go, the only logical thing here is to jump ahead to where the bombardments start, and we can see if he tries anything tricky. All right, we are in position, so it is time to start this. Now, we are going to be smart. I do not want to sacrifice Montgomery up there or Willett. So as long as we're able to, we're going to bombard him. There's no reason to move in at night either until we get him sufficiently weakened. He might choose to come out. It's his only hope. But he does not have any retreat avenues, so that means we have to get rid of all 250 men. I do not want to attack him with Montgomery until we get him down below 100. And in the day, we will move into the village and finish him off from that point. But there's no reason to waste our men if we can do it the old-fashioned way and just blast them out. We've got enough powder. We've got the food. No, we don't want to do that. So this is a war of attrition on him. We're laying siege to the fort, and it should work, hopefully with minimal losses. I don't have the patience to just blast away all 250 of these. Once we get him down to a point low enough, Montgomery can finish him, which might be this after the next day. Question is, how many forces will we lose in the process? So we soften him up this day. Probably move in on we'll move in on the next day because he's going to have less than 100 men. Johnson is really good. He's one of their better officers, and since they still have 2 in New York, I think we need to capture him and keep him locked up, not release him. If this were the last of New York, I would release him. But I don't want to see him show back up in Ticonderoga or Norwich and bolster what they have there. Willett is doing a fantastic job on his own here. Down to 71. Let's see what this does. We can always pull back if we need to. But I think at this point, the odds, there we go, should be in our favor. That will hopefully make it done this day. Do not want to attack him at night. We will move back out of the village at night, because we are not going to lose more men just because of that at the very end there. We might be able to finish it off here. If we can duplicate the same as last time. And we do. Okay, 11 men lost. That is a nice operation. If that were me and we were in that situation, would have been going and ambushing all over the place. Wouldn't have won it. That money's nice. His loyalty's not the greatest, but we don't have the money to bribe. But man, if we could, we will not release him. James Logan, we have to release, but man, he's not loyal at all. So he didn't have any men. but we'll gladly take that money. And with that being said, we should be getting to the central region fairly soon. Oh, we could move somebody back. Montgomery can go ahead and move back, but I'd rather... Let's see. Who's available down there? Richard Butler. You know what? Let's take a shot. See if we can get him. In the 60s, probably can't. We have, you know what? Let's offer 430. See if that's enough to get him. Okay, good deal. That's a good solid one. We can consolidate in Pennsylvania against what we know is coming out of Monmouth, most likely. Now, Worcester here is going to send money over to White Plains because that's the money we need to build some cannon. So we will have Worcester send this stuff over. He doesn't need the money. Send it all. Get us a cannon for DeKalb. And Kosciuszko after that one, but we're going to need to wait another one and get another windfall to be able to get that money. All right, let's check in on Bennington. This is another one that they are ready to go, and it might be worth... If Knox could go, it would be worth going. So let's hold off. Just train Ewing. Ewing's staying there anyways. And we're going to wait, and we might launch an attack at Norwich. So this is the other one we have to draft at, because we got a little beat up here. Schuyler especially. Alexander just got back, has no training. So we'll let those that have the training do the buying. And we will hopefully have a decent amount of weapons here. Who's higher trained? Meg's still, and he can also train so quickly. Oh my goodness. We are nowhere near getting enough weapons. Okay. Well, let's just, who can we help the most? Probably Schuyler. Ugh. We're going to give him to Morgan, because that's the most bang for our buck. And then we'll get the rest to Schuyler, and he's just going to be handicapped for a little bit. But he's one I don't necessarily keep on the front lines often. He's not the best. This is why it's so important as the Americans to get these colonies completely occupied, because it sees such an increase in money, especially New England, because that's where all the support is. All right, Alexander's up to 81, and with that we can move. Okay, we're gonna jump to the next. Well, let's see. I think it might be going there this time. Yes, it is. So we're gonna get to the south, and we are planning on striking Wilmington. Or do we go back and save Sumter? Decisions. Because we can't recruit him. Oh. Sumter would be nice to have. But so would North Carolina. So that's what we're going to do. But I don't think we need to abandon Georgetown completely. We're going to just take these three. Actually, let's train McIntosh first. He's got that. He's got enough to be able to do it. And hopefully this works. And we can lock down North Carolina, because these southern colonies, more loyalists down there, it's harder to get their support. And the more we can occupy them, the better off we'll be. And then we can start to recruit some of this North Carolina militia. We will leave Pickens behind. Take 2,000. We're going to take most of the money, because we're going to need it for recruiting efforts and to rebuild our forces. All right, we'll see if we get any help. Guilford might send some, and New Bern might send some. This is another one we have to eliminate completely, but it would set us up very, very nicely for this area because we could jump around getting... We'll just put him here. We could jump around getting recruits all over the place. Oh, we didn't get any help. Oh, no. Marion has to do this himself. We don't have the boats. And Campbell is strong. This could prove a disaster. I mean, Marion is really good. He doesn't have the morale, though, and we can't ambush. Oh, no. This stinking peninsula. All right. Well, it's going to take a little bit to march up there, so let's jump to the point where we can see if Marion can take him out. All right. We are here, but we need to use night to our advantage. And so that means we are going to wait until nighttime and then launch an attack. And hopefully, I mean, this is going to tell us if we're going to win it right now. Campbell's, with his training the way it is, all right, we got a shot. It's only going to be at night that we attack. That's a big, oh, that is huge. Let's defend one more. If he's going to be attacking us and do that, that's what we want to do. Let's launch another assault. The good thing is we also have quite a bit of money, so Marion can easily rebuild, but we've already got level. Oh, now we're up. Beautiful. This is why Francis Marion's so good. Now we move back until night. And I'll tell you, it is not until relatively recently, I think it was in my British playthrough, where I realized that, and maybe I knew it and just forgot it, but that the guerrilla forces were stronger and better at night. They're so much more effective. I mean, I always knew the trees and mountains and ambushes, but man, look at this. He just decimated them. So Daniel Morgan stole the show last time. Francis Marion steals the show this time. And that's all she wrote. Super effective. Well done, Marion. Well done. We will release him. We've got all of North Carolina locked down. He might show up on the outskirts. All right, now the central. This is where I fully expect an attack to happen. Let's check his abilities. All right, we're going to move him over as a deterrent and as someone who can provide help. So we're moving him over to Wyoming to help St. Clair. If they attack Philadelphia, we're just going to have to flee. But I'm hoping we can have at least enough of a deterrent to keep them in Monmouth or to make them go to Trenton. And then we could follow from behind. Yep, there they go to Trenton. And Dayton is in prison. That's unfortunate. But it does spread them out a little bit. Not enough to matter, though. Maxwell. You need to get back, sir. Let's get Wayne trained up. We're probably going to be losing Philadelphia very soon. He takes forever to get ready. Now, this is an interesting decision. We could... So, I'm thinking of maybe attacking with St. Clair. He'd have help from our two main ones, but we don't have the cannon yet in White Plains. Ugh. So we're going to hold off, but we might do that next time. All right, let's see. Do we survive another congressional session? We've been winning battles. Oh, no, the Marines. The Marine Committee Chairman. It's because we haven't given them enough money in the Navy. Oh. Okay, we need aye votes. Whew. Okay, the North's going to like us for the most part. Oh, no, we lost New York. Got Connecticut. Got New Jersey. Okay, I think we're okay. Virginia, yep, we should be fine. South Carolina likes us. North Carolina doesn't, though, interestingly enough. And then the Board of War better. We've been winning battles. And John Hancock likes us. Okay, so, but that's not good that we already have a vote of confidence. But the good thing is we got a lot of support. And we get a new fleet. A power of 39. Along with arms, powder, rations, money. That's fantastic. All right, let's see. We get 2 promotions as well. That shows we have quite a bit of support. Francis Marion's deserving. Ethan Allen. Any loyalty ones? Okay, so our loyalty's all okay. Even though it costs more, we're going to give it to... We'll make Marion a general because he deserves it. And Daniel Morgan. These are the 2 that deserve it the most. So we're going to reward them based off of merit. And we've got a decent amount of money to work with here. We are going to need somebody in the central to help reinforce. And we get 2 regiments. And we'll do command of the sea. Let's see if we can lock down the central. Ooh, that is not a lot of money. We are spending a lot of money on our officers. We'll give you something, sir. 1 boat. And we are nothing. Oh, no. Funds are tight. It's because we've had all those foreign officers come in. They've come awfully early this time. All right, let's see if we can lock down the central like we wanted. We do need to also get Pennsylvania completely occupied. Virginia completely occupied. Hey, we won a region. Good deal. New York, that would be huge. Massachusetts, any of those colonies would be great because North Carolina is not bringing in a lot of money. We'll actually take a look here and see how much it is bringing in for us. Oh, no. What's happened? Common Sense. Thomas Paine's written Common Sense questions the divine right of monarchs. Paine got himself in trouble in France after the Revolution. Warrington, that doesn't help us. We're not over there yet. All right, so let's take a quick look at our government before we see what's going on. So we have a lot. Surprisingly, Canada voted for us to stay in, but we've got to work on getting these other guys to like us more. The Marine Committee, he does not like us. We're not giving him enough boats. Everybody else is okay with us. We do not have much money at the moment. Let's see what the states are giving us. This is why we might... So New York is only giving us 160, but that jumps immensely. Same with Pennsylvania. Virginia would help because when you look at North Carolina, average support is 48, but we have 304 in income. In Rhode Island, just one section, 284. Connecticut, 256. Yeah, we need to take a colony. South Carolina is actually not a bad one to target. We just don't have the men to be able to do that at the moment. If Marion can go around recruiting a few, him and Lawrence, they could get us enough to be able to launch an attack back into South Carolina. Or what I'm leaning towards is moving Marion and Lawrence up, holding the line here, and try to knock out Virginia instead. So I think, are going to do that. We're going to move up to Guilford, take that one over, try to recruit some people. Let's move. Actually, okay. First, in order to get some more recruits, we're going to send Lawrence to New Bern. His job is to move up the coast, recruiting people as he goes. Let's take 200 with you. And then Marion's job is to get into the fight. Because we saw how effective he can be. His job is to go lock in Virginia. And we'll take most of that money with us as well. One thing I never do is build boats. I probably should start doing that a little bit more often though. All right, the Central, this is where we might have some action. And yep, here we go. Monmouth is attacking Philadelphia. We're going to have to bail out probably right away, but they're going to show us what they have this way. And we'll know what they can support Monmouth with as we try to launch a counterattack to set ourselves to take Philadelphia back. Nathaniel Greene will definitely be needed in the Central, though, as opposed to North. Oh, my lord, boy. So we got Dubuisson, who's not trained. Bremen, who's not trained. No cannon from Prevost. He's not a problem. Saber's the same. Sauber's the same. Kneifhausen is not trained. Neither is Roth. Neither is Barker. Neither is Van Buskirk. Jaegerman. Wolf. All of those guys are not trained. That's good news for us. We will be retreating, though, right away because Wayne's not all that trained either. Consolidate our forces and strike from the north instead. Because we need to get Thompson and Washington together. With DeKalb, probably. Him or... Oh, no, I did the wrong way. Okay, no, we got to make sure he retreats this time. Otherwise, the militia takes over. Whew. That would have been bad. They would have stayed and fight, probably, and got in a St. Clair beat up bad. But Butler and St. Clair, they're formidable in Wyoming against that force. Yeah, they'll go ahead and move in. Maybe we'll get a bonus if we take it back. Sometimes that happens. Politicians fled. Government's in exile. They did it a year early than real life. 1770. Oh, no. Okay, they are already attacking. But it's going to be a different story here. Yes, sir. We're going to go to Albany first. This is where we've got, not Schuyler, but the others can go down there. Alexander Arnold and Meigs. And we don't have the cannon yet. I think this force is strong enough to win. And we need these guys to be able to attack. So we're going to just send Willett. We've seen what he can do. I mean, he's ready to just lock and load. We can set up a defensive perimeter here and hopefully crush their forces again. Philadelphia is the attacking force, so Kneifhausen's coming after us again. I've heard it pronounced on Kim Bird's documentary. It was Kniphausen, so maybe that's what it is. All right, let's see what they are attacking with. Roth we can beat. Jaegerman's a problem at night or ambushes. Kneifhausen's going to be a problem because of his morale in arms. Wolf's not a problem. Patterson's not a problem, and the cannon are not a problem. So we need to... We want to get them up here. We have two, and we can have Willett behind them. We're going to try that. And we will swing these guys in around from behind. And we'll have a nice setup. Now they will... Jaegerman's going to be able to come... Let me think about this. I definitely want to set up in the north. Or we could... He's got there. They've got those two spots there. I don't want to give them the hills. Maybe we just come meet them at the hills? Except I made the mistake and already lined this up here. We are going to fall back. We will do this way. Wayne can help protect Willett if they try to move through. But I also foresee these guys getting down there in time to cause some trouble as well. We can weaken Monmouth with some of these, as they have to probably come up this way. Oh no, he's going to take the bridge. Okay, that's fine too. This is one that it lets us beat them up fairly nice and set up for a counterattack from Washington. We don't want to give them the high ground, though. And actually, now I think about it, we're probably going to move St. Clair down to try to meet Jaegerman in the plains. Get him out of here. Should have had Megs going first. We will actually do that. Swap this around, because once he gets to the plains, he's going to be able to get there quicker with his 6 movement points. Jaegerman's the only one I'm concerned about. And I think he's about to come through that. And now that it's nighttime, we're going to have to fall back, because he's more dangerous now. And so if we can make him take one more turn before he reaches us, that would be ideal. Probably come out and hit Butler now. Yep, here he is. No! We need daylight, but it's in January. What is the turn? Turn 5. So he's got one more attack at us. Oh no. But then Willett's going to level the playing field. And at day, we can move St. Clair down. Yeah. It's going to be a bloody one. Hopefully they give us something good. Oh, no. All right. Megs is going to hopefully beat these other guys. Arnold and Alexander can handle the 2 reinforcements. Okay, here they come. He's not a concern. Yeah, let him do his thing. And we're actually not going to attack him because of... Oh no, that is one of the worst things that we can have happen. Gravely injured. Mortally wounded would have been worse, so I guess we should be thankful for that. All right, Megs, get yourself up this way. Alexander as well. We're going to need you for sure. Butler is out of commission. Arnold can handle... Is it Patterson? All right. Who's behind him? Kneifhausen. Well, it's going to cause us some trouble. But that one works, and now we can swing St. Clair out. There we go. Wayne. We got to figure out how to rotate him in. Okay, Jaegerman's gone. He was the one I was most concerned about. There's not a problem. So we are going to... How much do we have in the powder? 2,300. He's not going to be around much longer. He's great. Literal cannon fodder. We're going to move Megs up. Nope, wrong one. There we go. We are also going to... Okay, so if I move here this time, he moves there next time. We get over here and we're on the plains while he's in the shallows. So that's our goal. That one is not good. We need Megs in there, and we need to figure out how to get Wayne up there. But I don't know how to do that without Willett getting exposed. So, tricky, tricky, tricky. Oh, actually, here, we can do it right now. Can't get Wayne up there, but we can get somebody else to protect him. So we're going to get Butler out of here. Start to get Wayne back up there. Just not going to be able, but then we can move St. Clair up here. Take a shot at Kniphausen. Then we can get Megs into where St. Clair was. And we got the dynamic duo here that are going to be able to be backed up by Willett whenever the daytime arrives. Excellent. And we're going to continue to get Alexander up here because, again, this one here is more of a nuisance than anything. I do wish the CPU would be a little smarter when it came to other artillery and would not go out there and just attack like this all the time. They're really stupid to do that without their cannon. And we captured Sauber. We want to get Kniphausen. He's the one we will not release. Otherwise, I'm not sure what we'll do. All right, Arnold, hold that line there. Okay, good deal. And we got another one. Holder. Holder's not too bad. He's one we might want to hang on to as well. So this is where, if Wayne were able to move up, I would let him, but he's also not ready to fight. So we'll just keep it at Megs and St. Clair here. Who do they have? Meyer Roth. Let's just let's wait because they have somebody back in Kniphausen up. Oh, we captured him. Okay, good. He's going to be one. He should be the number one, and we are going to keep him as well. So the rest is going to get us a lot of money, which, as we saw last time at Congress, we need that money. So let's move our other forces in. Because all of this helps our attack on Monmouth next time too. Because these are the reinforcements that would be going there. And so if we can weaken all of these, we're in good shape. For Thompson and the gang to do their thing. Now I don't know that we need to move Nathaniel Green down this way. With Marion coming from the south and weakening them already before they got trained. Great job. We will move Willett down one. Let's let Mr. Alexander get in on this fight. He should be gone. Let's wait one and we'll have Willett blast the village. They might leave now. No, he came out of the village to go after St. Clair. This couldn't have gone much better for us. I'm glad we brought Willett. The Americans really do have amazing artillery officers. And you get them cannon and well trained, it's pretty unfair. And we're able to beat this guy up, Patterson up immensely, and they should try to retreat. There we go. We got another one at least removed temporarily, and he'll get us a little bit more money, which is what we need. We will not release Kniphausen. We will have to release Holder. He would have been one we would have kept. And Sauber, yeah, he's going to be released every single time. There's some officers like Wolf and Sauber. They get released every single time. I don't care. All right, so now we're in position here to rebuild, train, get ourselves ready to go. I think, you know what? Let's send more money up to White Plains. They have 722. No one else around them can really send them any money. So we're going to send them money, and maybe, just maybe, they'll have enough to build 2 cannon. Well, we don't need all these rations. We're going to do without the money because we have forces around. We don't need this one to be our attacking force. And St. Clair still has the ability to drill. All right, so that's our plan. And we're going to jump ahead to get to that attack on Monmouth, or if something else happens up in the north. Okay, we are ready to launch this assault from Long Island to Monmouth to retake New Jersey. I would rather go in with Sullivan, but I also don't want to wait. We were able to build... Okay, everybody's doing good. We were able to build 1 cannon for Kosciuszko. Did it for him because we have DeKalb, who's been getting his loyalty up. And so he's not well trained. And I thought Kosciuszko, he's going to be the guy we're going to end up sending into this battle anyways. So this should work out just fine. We're going to have Lafayette, who is okay. All these guys are ready to go. Boyd will put it in there just in case it gets to nighttime. And I don't think we need to worry about sending over St. Clair, but we'll do it just in case. No, he's been beat up too much, so we will not do that. And let's start the launch on New Jersey. All right, here we go. Let's make this one count. And the good thing is we don't need to cross any islands. Von Steuben, Lee, Kosciuszko, who's going to be doing everything for us. Ooh, they have a lot of men here, but we have them outnumbered, and we already know we're better than they are. James Rugley, not a horrible officer. Patterson, 58 men. He's not going to do anything. De Boyson, if we can weaken some of these, I'd like to. Especially if we can just capture them and take them out of the game for a little bit. There's Jaegerman with his 100 men. Yeah, we've got a shot to do something here. So let's send Boyd and his untrained men and see what they can do. I don't think they'll retreat yet. So what I think we are going to do, though, is go try to meet their reinforcements out and knock them out while we can. Then come back and get rid of the fort. Unless he retreats now, which he won't. Which this bodes well for us. We can get to the hills and blast away, potentially. We are not going to move by him at the moment. That's not our game plan right now. We need to get Boyd down here to the woods if he possibly can, but I don't think he's going to be able to get there in time to do anything. Jaegerman is weakened, though, so that's not the worst of things. Him being at 100, as long as we don't catch him at night. And we have Kosciuszko backing us up, that won't be an issue. So let's put von Steuben up here. We're going to see if we can get Boyd down that way. Got Lafayette. Let's go ahead and move up this way. Knowlton getting down there will help a lot. Our goal here is, again, to capture as many of their forces as we can before we take out the rest of their men. So I am going to put Lafayette up here, make a little ring around Kosciuszko. They're going to target this force here because this is the attacking force, which is fine. Thompson's more than capable of handling whoever they send at us. De Boyson would be the one that I definitely want to weaken. All right, he should be coming up those hills any moment. So we're going to send Boyd out there to scout ahead a little bit. Oh no, he's going to get ambushed. Well, farewell, Boyd. You're not our main fighter anyways. It's okay. Take one for the team. Yikes. Now we can pull him back. Move forward with Lee. Get these other guys going. And we have somebody. Who we got? Christian Brayman. Let's go for it. Well done, Thompson. And then, yep, there's Jagerman. Oh, okay, he's moving in, and he still went after Boyd, which is perfect. The only problem is it's still nighttime. That's the downside. Might actually launch an attack with Boyd against him. All right, they're coming at us. Is that De Bison? Yep. Okay, it's not nighttime anymore, but let's get into the tree. Oh, we can't get into the trees because this guy can't move. He's not that good. Don't really care if we lose all of him. That's not that big of a deal. That's what we wanted to see. We'll move him up. We will launch an attack here. And Jaegerman should be gone. We're going to see if we can wipe him out, though, because if this is one we can capture, I'd love to. If he's the only one we end up capturing, he most likely will not be the only one we end up capturing, which means we'll have to let him go. But just to get rid of him and remove him from the game for a little bit to give us some more, buy some time, is a win for us. All right, there goes John Glover. Now we got Thompson jumping in on the action. Well done. We have Knowlton up here that can maybe bait the other guy to go up there because he can't go up the hills anyways. Oh, lovely. Yeah, go ahead. Come after Boyd. That's what he's there for. Perfect. Now we have Boyd fall back. Lee move to make even more room for everybody. We could have bayonet there, but there's no point. We're going to, against the artillery, let's just do it that way instead. Probably should have attacked with Glover first, get the bonus of the flanking bonus, but that's okay. Still effective. Knowlton's going to get ready for that. We're going to go ahead and move on Steuben over another one. Oh, he can't go up a mountain either. Even a hill either. Even better. And we got Christian Bremen, which means Jagerman is not going to be on the books for capturing, I don't believe. The Bison might be. And that would not be a bad one to capture. And so now Knowlton can move up here. And we can go after both of these guys. Blast away there. Move back up here. I usually don't go after the reinforcements like this, but knowing that they are not trained and we are, this is a chance to decimate their forces. Let them come back with fresh new forces if they have to, but at least this way we at least remove some from this area, which maybe we can lock down the coast. Oh, that was fantastic, Knowlton. And now it's nighttime, so he can launch an attack at him. Beautiful. Oh. Now we get the Drill Master von Steuben up there. Excellent again. We're not going to need Lee, so we'll move him down this way. Boyd can take a shot at him since it's nighttime, and this guy already is down to 100 or so. Perfect. And we captured another one. Meyer Roth is removed. Now, granted, him staying weaker would have actually benefited us some because he's not going to be able to do anything with those. It'd take him probably longer to get himself refitted and cost them money. But that's fine. Either way, it's going to keep him out of action until March. We've got ourselves another one here. We should hopefully capture him. Go ahead and get Lee going for the guy who's weaker. We'll get Boyd down there as well. We will blast away at the fort. All right, there's another one. John Barker. All the reinforcements are gone. We're able to move around them here. Well, I guess we'll get... For the purposes of hopefully trying to capture these guys, we're going to get them back down. But now we can consolidate our forces here as well. White Plains can move down into there, but we already did use White Plains, so they're not going to be able to move down there this turn. They'll have to wait, but we can pull into Monmouth and then hopefully get Philadelphia back and also eliminate Trenton as well. That's the grand strategy part. All right, Lee's moving in with Boyd to hopefully capture this one. We've again decimated their forces. They don't have a lot left. We captured another. So now we are going to start to move in. Just to try to capture what they have. Not going to attack yet. We'll wait until nighttime to do that. But we do need to try to surround him. He's staying. Well, we can attack on this turn then. We will start with lead as the test. All right, everybody's good to fight. Glover, you're up next. Then we got Thompson. Beautiful. And finally, Lafayette. The young Frenchman getting his taste of battle here. Probably loving it. And that should be it. Okay, another capture. He's going to be maybe... I don't know who's going to show up first. We'll have a decision to make. Do we wear them down slowly even if they're not any good? Rugley's pretty good. He's very loyal as well. So we will not release him. We got to release the rest of them. Bremen, not the worst to let back out there. Patterson, definitely not the worst. That's good money we're getting. De Bison, he's okay. For 84, that's a steal. And Jagerman to get back at 60 is a crime. Roth is gone as well. But we removed them. John Barker, okay. So the Central is vastly weakened. We got to strike while we can before they get reinforcements down there. And maybe even do something north. But this is our time to wrap this episode up. Want to thank you all for joining me on this one. Things are going well for us. It may turn into, even with our handicaps, seeing how quickly we can win this war. Can we do it fairly quickly? Things have not gone this well for me, especially not capturing Boston. I'm amazed at how well things are going. So hopefully it can keep this up and we have that strong force and we can capture, lock down the Central, and then put everything we've got on destroying the North. But we'll just have to find out. So until next time, take care. And as always, have yourselves an amazing day.